Hey y'all, this is my husband Jared.
This is my wife Jenny.
And this is episode 12 of Cherry Pie Cottage. So we live in Lubbock, Texas, for all those new people. And thank you to all the new people. And thank you so much to all the returning viewers too.
And we're trying to do better about having our episodes out like we used to.
Yeah.
There for a little bit we kind of slacked and would take our time. And
we?
Yes, we.
He does the editing
I'm
and the updating.
using the royal we.
He does the editing and the updates.
So.
Not the updates, the uploading. I knew what I
Yes.
was trying to say. Words. So, what's been going on?
Well, let's see. Last weekend was Stinkbug's birthday.
Yes, we now have an
11-year-old.
11-year-old. And he thinks he's big stuff too. He asked for ammo for his birthday because deer season's coming up.
And he was super stoked yesterday because I went ahead and got his hunting license.
Yeah.
So we are all legal and set to go hunting.
Just waiting
as
for
the season
season.
opens. So so last weekend we had a bit of a party. Well, kind of a party, I guess.
Yep.
We had her family over. I smoked some ribs. We did she made her baked beans, which were amazing. If anybody else out there, if y'all make baked beans, they're not as good as hers. Okay.
Wasn't my recipe, but thank you.
You're welcome.
They're called Jennie beans, but that's because when I was little, those were my favorite beans. And because my dad liked ranch-style beans, so those were daddy beans. So I decided that the baked beans were going to be called Jennie beans in our family. And it's just kind of stuck. Even my kids call them Jennie beans. It's quite funny.
Mm-hmm.
And you smoked ribs.
Yeah, I said that.
Yes. They were really good.
I did.
And I made green beans, which, I can't stand green beans.
Oh. I tell you what, those green beans were good, though.
Thank you.
Whatever you did to them, they were really good. Nice and buttery.
Butter and seasoning salt. That was it. Stinkbug knows that I will not make green beans, except for when it's on his birthday. So he always requests for me to make green beans. Then I also made Rudy's cream corn. You can get it on Pinterest. Just go in and put in Rudy's cream corn. It's not like regular cream corn because I cannot stand regular cream corn.
It's not like the blended and mushed cream corn. It's corn with cream, basically.
Yeah.
So.
But the cream is made out of cream cheese.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Cream cheese and Parmesan and butter.
And of course we're on our keto diet, so
yeah.
We ate it that day and then had to
freeze the rest.
Pretend it's not there.
We froze the rest for another cheat day further down the road. So which we did pretty good because I tried to eat a cupcake and I was only able to eat about half of it before it made me sick. Mm-hmm. Sweet just doesn't work for me anymore. And
the diet's working. I mean, when I got weighed Monday or Tuesday morning.
Why did you have to get weighed Tuesday morning, dear?
So I don't know how I did it, but somehow I managed to scratch my cornea on Monday.
Hence the glasses.
And then, that's why I'm wearing my glasses today because the doctor wants me to stay out of contacts for a little while. So I scratched my cornea on Monday. Tuesday morning at like 1 o'clock.
12:30.
12:30, 1 o'clock, somewhere around there. We went to the ER because I couldn't even sleep because of how much it was hurting.
Couldn't open his eyes.
I couldn't keep my eyes open. Really light sensitive. And so I got weighed when I was getting processed and everything in the ER and found out I was down 18 pounds since we started the diet. So 18 pounds in like 3 weeks. So
I love him, but I hate him.
I keep getting reminded that because I'm a man, I lose weight a lot easier, which is true. Mm-hmm. I know it's true, but it's not going to keep me from being happy that I'm losing that much weight.
I am happy for him that he's losing weight. I just wish that I could lose the weight as fast as he does.
I had a bunch of t-shirts that I had to pull out of my drawer and stick in my closet because I couldn't fit into them anymore. And this is one of them. And I can fit back into it now, and I'm happy.
I'm wearing one of mine that I couldn't fit into either.
Yeah. So we're both losing weight.
This one's my favorite. It's Sleeping Beauty and the TARDIS.
Yep.
Sleeping Beauty's my favorite princess. So when that T-Fury came out with this shirt, I had to.
So, we got, what else has been going on?
School started.
That one.
So that was fun. We started on Monday. Tuesday we didn't do school because we had been in the ER the whole night before. So and the kids stayed awake because they stayed at home while we went.
And I didn't go to work Tuesday, so.
Yeah, so I was taking care of him. Taking him plus we had to go, I called in to the eye doctor and got him in. So we dealt with that. And Wednesday we did school, and then Thursday he had a follow-up appointment that I had to go to. So no school that day. But since Monday is Labor Day, Stinkbug still has school. He doesn't know that though. Yet. He's probably not going to be happy about it either.
No, probably not.
Oh well, he'll get over it. So we only have one day to make up now. But other than that, he's a 5th grader. And
5th grader and a sophomore.
And he hates 5th grade. It's a lot more thinking and writing than what he wants to do. So consequently, school takes twice as long. Plus, the program I use always starts out with poetry. And he hates
is not
poetry.
He is not a wordsmith.
No.
Well, let's just go ahead and be honest about that one. He is not a wordsmith. He does not like writing.
If you ask him to write, he will get the point out in about 3 sentences.
He had an assignment when he was still in public school where they had to read about a cat. And then it said, describe the cat. And it was expecting, okay, is the cat playful? Is the cat rambunctious? Is it a mean cat? He wrote that the cat had fur, a tail, and 4 legs.
4 feet, yeah.
4 feet.
And whiskers.
And whiskers. And that was him describing the cat. The boy is super literal when it comes to writing, and he hates it.
Yeah. Well, in his defense, he is left-handed, which means he's right-brained, which means he's not as creative. But what's weird is...
I thought that meant that I thought the right brain was the creative side.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
But, yeah. So he's very literal and to the point. But when it comes to his imagination, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. He used to have a toy lightsaber. And that thing was everything and a lightsaber. Okay?
A lightsaber
it was a
lasts.
guitar. It was a microphone. It's a sword. It's a gun. A bazooka. I mean, I think it was a snake one time. So he's super creative when it comes to when it comes to playing. But if you want him to write anything down, then
forget it. That's too much. It's too thinky.
It's too thinky.
In his words. There's a show we watch called Death in Paradise. And Stinkbug says he doesn't like it because it's too thinky.
It's too thinky. That's what he did.
Yeah. It's a murder show where it's in the Caribbean, and it's a British show. But it's solving murders.
Mm-hmm.
So he said it's too thinky. So that's what's been going on.
Yep.
Hey, we did better. We're only 10 minutes in, and like the first 2 minutes is us just getting ready to start.
Well, all right.
So, hey. So let's get started. What's the next?
Next thing is talking about the Mal.
Woot woot.
It is still going on.
Yep.
Until the end of November. We're getting towards the end here.
Yep.
And we do have winners for August.
Yes.
It is today. Did we say what day it is?
Today is September 1st.
September 1st. So Saturday, September 1st is when we're recording. Since I don't have to work on Monday, I'm hoping to have this uploaded Monday night, so Labor Day.
Mm-hmm. Same time I'm having the shop update.
And so, hopefully you'll see this Monday night.
Yep.
But for August, we have 3 winners, and I'm pretty sure these are newcomers.
Yes, they're all newcomers. We had exactly 3 new people.
Yeah.
Conveniently. And that's the way it's been for like the last couple of months. We get 3 new people.
So...
And we have 3 new prizes.
So our 3 winners, And before we announce the winners, are we doing it where they contact us and they
Yes.
Okay.
You should probably tell them their prizes, though.
Okay, so the prizes for August, you know about the pattern, the Hugs and Snugs socks by Talbot Fibers. We have 2 copies of that. And the second thing that we have, or the third, rather, is a bag, and it's a Wizard of Oz bag, and this is one that was donated by the anonymous donor. You got a scene from, what does that say, The Magic of Oz?
Yeah.
So you got a scene from there. The top is the blue gingham, like Dorothy's dress.
I think the inside is that too, maybe not.
Yep, yeah, inside is the blue gingham as well. This side you have the Wicked Witch of the West. And if you look, her compass, that's all it says is west.
That's funny.
So, let's see. It's just a bunch of W's on there. So, that's how you know it's the Wicked Witch of the West.
The bag's
Oh, and it does say Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
So, I think it's very nicely done. Large panels on it. So, one side is one panel, the other side is the other. And then inside, and the bag is by Little Skane and the Big Wool. And
that's who made the bag.
Yeah, that's who made. I know, that's what I'm saying. That's who made the bag, and it's got the little ring on there that says Joy. And then inside we have
Felici.
Nitpicks Felici in the Rustic Cabin colorway. And this is 75-25 superwash nylon, 218 yards fingering weight. And we have 2 of those. Yes? Yes.
Yes.
2 of them. I like this
Self-striping.
colorway. I actually like this colorway. Is the Felici their self-striping?
Yes.
one? Okay.
And this is the fingering weight. They do have a worsted weight.
Yeah. So you get 2 skeins of that and the bag. And that is the big prize for this month. So we have the bag, we have the 2 patterns.
We have 3 winners.
And 3 winners. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to announce the 3 winners. And I guess whoever gets in contact with us first gets to pick if they want the pattern, if they want the bag. But the first one that we hear from is going to get the whatever they want.
Their first choice.
Yeah,
right?
they get their first choice. Early bird catches a worm. Second mouse gets the cheese. That sort of thing.
Yep.
So our 3 winners are Naughty Thistle, and I'll put the names up here on the screen. Naughty Thistle, Joy Jairus. I might be mispronouncing that.
Jairus.
I don't know. Jairus, something like that.
One of them.
Joy Jar US. How about that? And then the Knitted Lamb. So those are our 3 winners for August. And we will be looking forward to hearing from you all so we can get you your prizes.
Yep. And then in December, when the mall is over, then we will do a YouTube live to draw live for all the other prizes. And then everybody that has ever put a project in is eligible for those prizes.
Yes.
Our month to month, we're trying to keep it just the new ones that have entered.
Right. And if we don't get new ones, then we'll do kind of a random drawing. And Ginger Bedell will win.
I think she's probably got a pretty good chance of winning the grand prize.
Yeah, I think so too.
So if you want, and the grand prize comes with beaver nuggets, if you recall.
Yeah. I mean, if for no other reason, the beaver nuggets. We can't eat them right now, which stinks, but...
It doesn't bother me so much. I can still have my beaver bites, which are the cookies. And mine are the lemon ones, because they're only 1 gram of net carbs per cookie.
So, now it's time for... Faux Party! And I have a faux today.
Yes, but can I talk about mine first?
Yeah,
since
you
it
go
goes.
ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. I actually have faux for the mouth. I made a preemie hat. It's so cute. And this one, I knit like I normally do, throwing it the the way I normally do. Some people would say it's backwards, but I just say it's my way. And then I have this one where my gauge is way tighter because I threw it the other way.
And we were looking at them, and we can't really.
It just looks looser, really.
I can kind of see a difference in the stitches where they come together at the bottom. On this one side kind of overlaps the other, whereas on the blue and green one, they just come together. They don't overlap. That's the only difference I can see.
The gauge is looser on this, but that's because it's looser because that's my normal.
Right.
This is tighter because it's not my normal. So, but I don't know.
I don't either.
So, but those are my two faux, two preemie hats. And I'm going to get a lot better about trying to knit more of these. So, there's that. Now then, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Your turn to be.
Well, I'm excited about this faux. I showed it last episode, but I was still working on it.
I think this was the fastest that you've ever gotten a faux off of your needles, or a project off your needles. Maybe. It went on quick and came off quick.
So this was it was originally going to be the Harlow hat by Andrea Mowry. However, that pattern calls for fingering weight, and I used DK. Yes, by Heavenly Fiber, their DK weight. Mm-hmm. So consequently, I had fewer stitches than what the pattern called for. So when it came time to start doing the decreases, I didn't know how to adjust for it. So what I did is I turned the Harlow hat into a Harlow cowl, and this is it here. And I absolutely love this. I cannot wait for it to turn cold.
It's got a major halo
so
on
I can work on it. So I can wear it. It does. It does, but it's also
part alpaca?
Was it alpaca? I think it is. I think it's alpaca, superwash, and silk. So it's super soft, super squishy. And then that's one side, and then there's the other side. And I'm not sure which side I'm going to wear out more often. I don't know yet. And as I stated before, I have 1, 2, I think 3 oopses on there.
Yeah, you did that last one.
Yeah, and
right after.
And they're all 1, 2, 3. They're all right on the same side or right in the same area. So there's one there, one right there, and then right there.
I think that might have been too big to be a hat. Because once you block it in the yarn...
Well, I mean...
Oh, babe, you got a giant head then.
But we have established this. I know I have a big head. But... And I mean, really, I guess it could still kind of be worn as a hat. Or, you know, I could just sew that up and join the women's march.
No, let's not do that.
No, I'm not going to do that. But...
That's a whole other story we don't need to be talking about.
But I love this. And the bind off, I don't know if I did that right either.
He looked at several videos in several different ways.
Yeah. And that was just the best way I could figure to do it, was to just bind off using both the blue and the orange together to get it bound off. So one side has that bead on it and then the other side does not. But no biggie, in my opinion at least. But that is my FO. And I love when it stretches and you get to see more of that orange with the blue, or vice versa.
I like the orange with the blue poking out.
Like this side?
Yeah.
I think it looks great.
But your other one with the fingering weight, I like the blue on the outside.
Yeah.
So that one will be in whips.
Yeah, that's going to be in my whips.
Yep.
But I love this. I love the variegation in the orange. You get those occasional pops of green. And I think this was called Autumn.
Sure. Autumn or fall, one of the two.
It's Autumn. It's called Autumn. So it looks like the leaves changing, and then the blue is Unseelie Fae, Fae, which apparently means fairy for some reason. But that's my FO.
So now it's time for. So babe, what's going on in the news now?
So I'm buying us a horse.
Why are you buying us a horse?
I'm gonna buy us a horse and name it Mayo.
Why are you gonna name it Mayo?
Because mayonnaise.
That's so dumb. Wow, that's dumb.
So
Funny but dumb.
this next bit of news comes straight from
Monkeys.
Monkey's
Brain.
Monkey's own mind.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna ask you this.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask them this question.
Can I give the answer?
Yes.
Okay.
What's a police officer's favorite gaming system? We were sitting on the couch and she just busts out with that. I had to give her a high five. I felt so proud.
Now it's time for Whip It. Whip It Good. So I have the hat that I'm sitting here knitting, but it's only during the... What?
You didn't let me ask you. What you whipping, honey?
That's new. So
You always ask me what I'm whipping.
Ask you what you're whipping up. But yeah, same thing as last week. Not any more progress. It's just it stays in my purse and on the podcast because it's just round and round and round, so it doesn't take much concentration. But the other thing, I am still working on my Scatterbee socks. Free pattern by Amy Stringer. Still liking it. Didn't get much done on it because I've been obsessively knitting on something else that you'll see later. I got a few more repeats and you can see the pattern a lot better now. So, and this yarn is by Flying Goat Farm. Superwash Corriedale nylon. It's 430 yards. Colorway is Amsterdam. Here it is in one of the cakes. And it's about that color. It's pretty vibrant. So, but there's that. I might have some more done by next podcast, but like I said, I've been obsessively knitting on another project. I've actually been pretty monotonous.
Monogamous.
That's
twice now.
No, I don't know what my problem is. Words. But there they are.
Those look nice.
Yeah, they're kind of striping almost.
That pattern might work for my boomer.
It will. It's specifically for variegated.
Yeah. In fingering?
Yeah. And I think with it having a pattern like this, that it would keep you. You might actually finish it because it's slip stitches.
Yeah.
It's not a hard pattern to follow, but it's enough to keep your attention.
I might try that with my boomer.
I think it'd look good with your boomer. And then you'd have some smaller socks that I didn't have to knit.
Yeah. Plus I have 2
weight.
skeins of boomer, so...
Yeah. So you could do socks with one.
I was greedy.
You could do socks with one and like a hat or mitts. You could do fingerless mitts for driving. Would you wear fingerless mitts?
For driving? No.
No. What about convertible ones?
Maybe.
Where you just flip the top off?
Maybe for when I go hunting.
I wouldn't. Not with hand-dyed yarn.
No?
No.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't.
Alright.
So what are you whipping up? I still have 2 more projects, but...
Yes. We're taking turns because she has 3, I have 2, so...
Yeah.
My first one is my Thneed.
Second sleeve.
Yes, this is the second sleeve.
Almost done.
Of my Thneed, and I'm getting there. Oh, right here. Here's the first one that has been done for months.
Yeah.
This one's been done for months.
Since we started.
And this
podcasting.
one is getting there. That's kind of...
Then you can actually start on the body.
Yeah. See, so I don't have too much further to go before I'm done with the sleeve, and then I can start on the body. And
the body is just
and right now
bottom up, isn't it?
I'm not even 100% sure right now.
Where's your pattern?
This is the brownstone pattern by Jared Flood. I don't have the pattern with me right now because I don't need the pattern to do this.
I think it is bottom up. That's why you had to do the sleeves first.
Maybe. Well, that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it is, because when you do bottom up, instead of being able to separate, because top down, you separate for the sleeves.
Okay.
And then go back and pick up. Usually, from the bottom up, when you get up to here, you attach your sleeves and keep knitting up to the shoulders and decreasing.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Picking up stitches has never been my...
Well, no, you're going to put
suit.
These on waist yarn.
Yeah, well, this one is partially on waist yarn and partially on a cable.
Yeah.
That's how it said to do it.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to do is you're going to pick them up.
I'm guessing that's the armpit there.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah,
hope so, because that's where the break in the stripes is.
And that's where you're going to pick them up from.
Right.
It is.
So that is my first whip.
Anything else to say about it?
You
think you're going to have it done before it gets cold? This year or next year?
I just hope it gets cold enough to wear it.
You wear heavier sweaters like to church.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Or
for like
just
Sunday
going
morning,
out.
for Sunday morning church it would be good.
Movie theater.
Movie theater, because it gets kind of cool in movie theaters.
Christmas time.
Yeah.
You'll have some
I
occasions to
think
wear
I'll
it.
have some. Well, Christmas time, if it's not 70 degrees outside like it was last year.
No, last
and
year.
the year before.
Last year it was actually kind of cold. The year before that we had the air conditioner on.
No.
That was
Christmas
ridiculous.
morning, there's 75 degrees outside.
Yeah, Christmas Day last year it was 65, but then the next day it was below freezing, and we had to come. Me and the kids had to come home early because we were afraid it would ice over.
And you see, I don't want like frozen tundra for
Even
Christmas.
though that would be nice too, that'd be fun.
That's not what I'm wanting. I'm not wanting blizzard of the century. But 34 years old and I've never had snow on Christmas.
Oh, it's because you grew up.
Yeah,
there.
I grew up in South Texas, so it's understandable.
coast.
But even in North Carolina, it would be really cold, leading up to Christmas, and then Christmas Day would hit, and it would still be cold, but it would either be too cold, which I didn't know it could be too cold to snow, or it would be just warm enough to where it would rain.
Yeah, or it would get down cold enough and there wasn't any precipitation in
Right.
there, which is not normal for North Carolina, really. Not where we were.
Actually it was when we would have enough moisture in the air for it to snow, it wouldn't, because the temperature would be too high. And when the temperature was low enough, then there wouldn't be any moisture in the air.
Yeah.
So I just want, I want that Christmas morning where you get up and there's just that like nice blanket of snow.
I don't know if you're ever going to get that living here.
Probably not. Maybe if we ever go somewhere else for Christmas, like Colorado or
Yeah.
Montana.
Yeah. My
Good.
mom wants to do that eventually.
Yeah.
But we need to stay
That's-
close because
that's
my
dumb.
grandmother. But well, my next whip. He started out on Sleeve Island.
Yeah.
I am ending on Sleeve Island. My sweater, cardigan. Oh my goodness.
Cardigan is a sweater. You can call it a sweater.
No, it's open front. Anyways, I obsessively have been knitting on this for the last 2 weeks. So last time I was still up here in the back. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, I was still here in the texture. Well, I got my 5 inches of ribbing done on the bottom. And then had to do a tubular bind off, which, by the way, love the look of it, hate doing it. It's ridiculous. And then picked up, ooh, my hair's on it. Surprise, surprise. Picked up and did the collar and the edging. And knit that for 5.5 inches. Then it's supposed to have pockets. But a lot of, I looked at the pictures and a lot of the comments were saying that the pocket is
decorative.
Yeah, it's I mean, you can stick your hands in and everything, but it's not really like deep enough. Plus, I just didn't like the look of it. So I didn't do the pockets. So, and I have picked up and started on my first sleeve. So, I should have this done before it gets cold. And I'm so excited. It's gonna be perfect. And you can kind of see in the back the lines where I've messed up. Maybe not. I can. Like,
what you talking about?
Right here, where I messed up my cables. I don't know. Oh, I bumped the table. Yeah, like right here, where they line up instead of crisscross.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. It's like a few rows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but again, I didn't really care.
Now it's ruined.
I didn't really care because I didn't fix it. I was not about to tick back and fix it. So.
And I would challenge anybody to look at that and notice it.
If you're not a knitter, just staring at it, which...
Even if you are a knitter, I think unless you know the pattern and know how it's supposed to look, I don't think anybody would notice it. So
this is the Portage by Melissa. Yeah, Melissa. Don't know how to pronounce the name.
We butchered that one last time, so.
I have another one of her cardigan patterns called the Trago, and I think that might be my next pattern, my next sweater. But I have to get yarn for it. So it might be a while. But I have 2 other sweaters too on the needles, but only one of them's for me. But all the yarn is Knit Picks swish worsted in the dusk colorway. So, and these are 50-gram balls. But, and I have used, I don't know how many balls. I don't know. I've kept all the tags, so I'll let you know in the end. But, there's that. I have obsessively knit on this for the last 2 weeks. So.
She has.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
My turn?
Yes, your turn.
Alright, one thing I forgot to do when I was talking about my sweater was to tell you the yarn that I'm using. And I've told it before, but...
Same base as mine.
Knitting podcasts, you have to tell the yarn every time.
Okay.
So, I'm using Knit Picks Swish Worsted.
It's for the new people or people that forget.
In the Marine Heather colorway. And I've got about 46 more of the little 50-gram balls.
You do not have 46 more. Oh my goodness.
So that's what I'm using. Oh, and the orange stripes are the Baracco alpaca yarn. 100% alpaca. So I'm going to have 3 stripes that are like super hot on each of my arms.
Yeah. Well, now, we would highly recommend using Knit Picks, the swish worsted.
Oh, yeah.
It's 100% merino. It's soft.
That's
and
great.
The price is amazing. So, and it is dyed, but you don't have to alternate skeins.
Right.
Because that's what's great. That's another great thing about it.
I don't know how you do that. Like, what do you mean? How do you alternate skeins in?
You knit when you go once around and then you pick up the next strand and you go around.
Why would you
so
do
you're
that?
literally alternating because, like, for say like this, you would alternate so you don't get it like.
So you don't get patches.
You don't get patches or stripes or anything like that. It makes it look the way it's supposed to look.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So my second whip is another awesome Harlow, and this one is going to be a hat because I am using fingering, and And I'm going to take this stitch marker off before I lose it.
Again.
These little things have a tendency to just leap off my needles.
It's because he's not careful.
And go everywhere. But here it is. So, do I have the bands in here?
Tsunami.
I know the blue one is. I can't remember. I think the green is the Huasco Tonals 131 or something like that.
Yeah, it's a commercial one from Peru.
Yes. So that's the green. And then the blue is the Tsunami colorway by Savvy Skeins.
It's kind of micro striping.
A little bit. And this right here, I love that little aqua blue stitch right there, all by its lonesome.
You got a lot of those?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's that one. There's there. It's just these little tiny pops of aqua blue.
It's right where the blue and the white are.
Maybe.
Or it might have just, that's where it broke.
But
the dye broke on the
from what I have seen, looking at it, I don't have any oopses yet. Ooh. So that's good.
I'm glad you put that yet in, because if you said I don't have any oopses, you would have had one.
Yeah, immediately when I picked it up, the next time I would mess it up. Yeah. But this is the Harlow. It is going to be a hat. And I don't know how big I'm going to make it. I don't know if I want to just knit until I'm out. It'd be a super floppy hat.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I'm not a floppy hat kind of guy, though.
I would say knit it an extra inch than what the pattern says.
Okay.
Just because you have a longer head than most people.
I do.
It's not really, his head's not really big around. It's this direction that it's huge.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it is big around. It's like 2 feet around.
It's not.
It is. It is. It's either like 23 and a half or 24 inches. I have a big head. Okay. I know this. I have accepted this fact. But this, and I haven't been able to work on this stuff as much as I want to lately because I had to get a second job.
You didn't have to.
Well, I didn't have to.
Chose
I didn't have to. I chose to because, savings. Yeah. We were wanting to build up our savings. And so I got a little part-time job cleaning an office building at night.
Lightening the financial load, too.
Yeah. So, a couple hours every night, not a big deal. So, that is my whip. And that is all of mine.
Yes.
And you have one more?
I have one more. This one I talked about last week, and we changed the colors again. But this is a sweater for Little Miss Monkey. It's by Hohi from the Interpretations. 5 separate ways. And oh my goodness, it took me forever to wrap my head around the construction of this because it's crazy. So all of these colors are Knit Pick Stroll. So this is like the main color. That's what the ribbing and the stripes in between. Then we have this color, which is Mint. The gray was Basalt Heather. Then we have the pink, which is Dogwood Heather, I believe. Yep, Dogwood Heather. And then we switched out the other color because the mint and the other color blended together too much. So we switched it out for this one, which is Electric Blue. And it's about that color. It's pretty electric. But here's the tag. Because y'all know how I love Knit Pick Stroll. I buy a lot of them. So I had all of these in stash already. So I still have to buy one more of each color. So here it is. This is what I've got so far. Here's the front. And then right here is where those vertical stripes are going to go. So now it's stockinette for Miles, now that I've got all the pieces put together. So, and Monkey is so excited. And then this piece will actually, this part will actually fall right about here on her. And then you pick up and knit chunky stripes. But the construction of this just was crazy. But Monkey absolutely loves this and she's so excited about it. So I told her, I said, I don't know when it's going to get done. I will work on it when I can. Or when I feel like it. Because I have decided, not decided, this is the way I always am. I knit on what I feel like working on. Otherwise, it just won't get done. So I knit on what I feel like working on. Which I think everybody should do that, honestly. You should only knit on what you want to knit on. Don't force yourself to do it. Because then it's not enjoyable and you don't want to do it anymore. And then the vertical stripe, let me see if I can find the picture again. Yeah. This, where that opening is the vertical stripes that I was telling you about. That is only on one side of the sweater. I did not realize that until I started to knit it. And that's why,
on one side?
I don't know, that's just the way it's designed.
That's weird.
Monkey likes it. I asked her, I said, are you sure? She said, yes. Yes, it's a big boxy sweater. It's just the construction of it is crazy. It's crazy pants. So it took me like rereading the pattern several times and looking at other pictures to finally figure it out, and then I understood the construction. So now we're good. So now it's just knitting for miles of stockinette, basically. So, but that's all of my whips. Can you believe it? Only had 3.
I had 2.
I know. Only had 3, and really only one of them I really worked on. So. But now it's time for
Snack Attack.
We haven't filmed it yet. We will. I'm gonna make a keto pumpkin pie. It's a no-bake pumpkin pie. And it's crustless. But
I cannot wait.
Because it's September, which, you know, means pumpkin everything.
Pumpkin everything.
Yes. And they still have not gotten out the pumpkin spice creamers.
No.
At Walmart or our grocery store.
I'm waiting for Cabela's to start carrying pumpkin spice ammo.
You're a dork. No, mine's just pumpkin everything. And it's mostly decorating. And I like pumpkin spice for my coffee. I like the creamer. And then I like to make lots of things with pumpkin in it. Like actual pumpkin, not just the spice. So.
And it's not the pumpkin pie filling.
No, it's actual pumpkin. And I buy canned pumpkin. And it's just plain old It's just plain old pumpkin. There's no spice or anything in it. So. But
ooh, speaking of pumpkin, the Sprouts has those salted roasted pumpkin seeds that are amazing.
They're so good.
And they're only, I think it was like 2 grams per tablespoon of,
I don't know.
2 grams of carbs or something.
I don't remember.
Some really small amount of carbs.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's like per quarter cup.
Yeah.
It's like 2 grams of carbs per quarter cup of those seeds, and they're awesome.
I had to take them off the counter and put them into a cabinet because we both were just going by and grabbing handfuls all the time. It's so good because you get that crunch. Mm-hmm. Because when you're on the keto diet, there's not a lot of crunch things that you can have. Not. You can have these.
Yeah, those are good.
These are called wisps, but
that's just cheese and quinoa.
Yeah, it's Parmesan cheese, so it kind of gets old. But yeah.
So we're going to take you into our kitchen.
Yep.
And show you.
Future Jennie and Jared.
Yes. Future us.
So, let us know if we enjoyed it or not. Okay. Hey guys. So, we said pumpkin cheesecake. What I meant was pumpkin fluff. And the only ingredients that you need are Cool Whip, can of 100% pumpkin.
Not pumpkin pie filling.
Right. Pumpkin pie spice, because this has no sugar in it. It's just all the spices. I find it easier so then you don't get overwhelmed with, what's the one you can't stand?
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg. And Swerve. I chose to use confectioners because it mixes better. So, basically, you're going to take your pumpkin Dump it in your bowl. Sorry for the squeaking. Then you're going to take your swerve apparently we left the teaspoon in it from last time.
Fantastic.
We're going to say about 1/4 cup of the confectioner's sugar. That's about how much I would add of, actually I would do about 1/2 cup if I was using powdered sugar. But this is powdered swerve.
Y'all go get your swerve on.
Then you can choose to measure this, but I don't, because I just don't. Because I like the pumpkin pie spice. Then you're gonna mix all of that. And you could probably do this with a spoon, but I just find it easier and gets it more mixed if you use this. Could
you do it in a KitchenAid?
You could, but that's dirtying up something that probably doesn't need to be. It gets, to me, this gets all of the sugar and the powdered, and the pumpkin pie spice all mixed. Then you don't get clumps of said things. Now, give this a real... Did you just eat some?
Actually, no. I tried to, but I didn't get any on my finger.
Would you like to try some? Let me know if it needs some more of something.
No, that's good.
Okay. Now then, the part that makes it the fluff is the Cool Whip. And I always buy the extra creamy. It works. You could probably also, if you weren't doing keto, mix in pumpkin fluff instead, or not pumpkin fluff, mix in marshmallow fluff instead of the pumpkin, instead of the Cool Whip. But now you're just going to fold your pumpkin into your Cool Whip. And this is really good for dipping fruit in, but we can't have fruit, so this is going to be basically like mousse.
It's like Fluffernutter, but with pumpkin.
Yeah. Well, Fluffernutter is peanut butter and marshmallow fluff.
Oh, okay. So never mind, it's not like Fluffernutter.
No. And we can't have anything but the peanut butter.
Yeah. Stupid keto.
It's your idea. So, and you want to fold it in very gently. Otherwise you're going to lose your fluff.
We have a visitor. And Stinkbug's just being a weirdo.
Get all the pumpkin off. When it starts, see, it's all kind of that orangey color. There's no white and there's no bright orange. Then you know it's all mixed. I usually make this about this time of the year, and we do apple pancakes to go with it. But we can't have apples.
Or pancakes.
Well, we could make our pancakes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
we were supposed to do that today.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little busy.
Yeah.
Finished painting Stinkbug's room.
But
went and picked up a new used refrigerator.
Here we go.
Now we have another visitor.
So, then, and it's all ready to go. You can eat it right now. Like, because I don't need this anymore, I'm going to eat this.
That's good.
Tastes like a pumpkin pie.
You got the right amount of swerve in there. Mm-hmm. So again, just a can of pumpkin pie spice, some swerve, and some whipped cream. And that's it.
If you don't want to use swerve, you can use powdered sugar, and I would say 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup, depending on how sweet you want it. But yum, it tastes like a pumpkin pie, and since I can't have pumpkin pie right now because of the crust, this works. Bye. Now it's time for
My Precious, or actually, Her Precious, because I don't have anything today.
No. I ordered this 2 weeks ago, and I got it in, and it is by Sweet Sparrow Yarns, and it's the plum tart on her MCN base. But
It's a nice purple.
it's a very nice purple.
I wouldn't wear it.
It's making it more maroony.
Yeah.
And that's not the true color.
It's like a plum. It's like the color of a plum.
Do we have anything?
Here, let's try this.
Okay.
Let's see this.
See if we can't get the true color.
Alright. That's a little better.
It's a little better. It's not true. Put it on top. Kind of blocks some of the light. There. Nope. That's still not.
Either way.
It's more of a purple. It's more of like a plum color.
Yeah.
But I am going to use this to knit the Cozy Up knit pattern Alberta Rose.
Oh.
No, not the Sarah shawl. That one hadn't even come out yet.
Oh.
The Alberta Rose, which is a single skein lacy one. So there's not a lot of garter. Yay! But I have to get some other things off of the needles first. But I'm excited because this is an MCN base. And I love MCM. I just don't buy it very often. But it's an 80-10-10, 400 yards, 100 grams, spin green weight. So, let me see if I can... Oop, nope, that way. See? Sweet Sparrow Yarns. And I hadn't ordered from her before, but this one I had to have. It was gorgeous. So, but that's all I bought. And I haven't bought anything since. Because we're trying to be good.
Yes.
Because we have Monkey's 16th birthday coming up too. And then after that we have Christmas. So this time of the year, money is really tight. Because we have about 2 months in between of everything. Actually, we only have about a month in between each thing. Mm-hmm. So, fun.
So we just had Stingbug's birthday last weekend.
Yep.
Next month.
Mid-month.
Mid-month is Monkey's birthday. Then like a month and a half after that
it's Christmas.
is Christmas.
So, and I'm usually pretty good about buying presents throughout the year.
Yeah.
But we're trying to be more purposeful. So we're trying to make more things, do homemade things, or giving things that are more meaningful.
Right.
Which I've always tried to do, but it makes it nice that the rest of my family is in on it too, which means that saves us some money too. Mm-hmm. So, and then we don't have to worry about his family. They don't do Christmas.
Nope.
Which that really kind of helps. Then we don't have to split between the two grandparents.
Yeah. Well, just my parents don't do
Yeah.
Christmas. Everybody else does.
Yeah.
So, but it is what it is.
Yep. So, but that's it. That's all I have for my precious. But
Before we get into shop news, can we talk about date night?
I thought we were gonna do that until end.
Oh, okay. We'll do that until end.
Yeah.
Well, here, while you get into shop news, I'm gonna go grab something.
Okay. So, shop news. I have an update coming up Monday, September 3rd at 5. So, these have not been put in the shop yet, but by the time this podcast goes up, they will have been put in the shop. So, this one is all shawl and sweater size bags. And remember, my shawl size, I've made them bigger. So the first one is we have llamas with baskets of watermelon.
Playing guitars.
Yes.
Mariachi llamas.
Yep. But there's the inside, just a plain-o teal.
Kind of a teal denim look.
Yeah.
It's not actually denim, but that's
No.
just the way it's printed. That's what it looks like.
But I will have 3 of these in the shop. Then we have strings on them from sewing. They were sitting on my sewing desk. Sloths and trees.
That's not sloths.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
it
it
is
is.
sloths.
Yeah, it is.
Sloths and
Sorry.
trees.
Sorry.
I bought the fabric.
No, I know. I was looking there, and there's no sloth on that one.
No.
And then I looked there, and there's
Yeah.
the sloth.
Sloths and trees.
Okay.
See? Sloth. And then the inside. Love the inside. It's so cute. Whole bunch of different sloths hanging out. And this is shawl size. I have 3 of these in shawl. So, I mean, they're pretty big. And then, for the very last time ever, is the Coffee Diva material. And this is shawl size. And the inside is the coffee beans. And I'll have 3 of these in the shop.
You said for the very, very last time ever?
Yeah. This is the very last time that the Coffee Diva will be in the shop. The coffee beans might be inside fabric of something else, but this is the last time that the Coffee Diva will be in there. Then I have llamas in sweater sized. Let me just show y'all. My shawl size, the size of it now is, it's taller than my sweater, but it's not as wide. So they're pretty big. Whereas before they were about the same as my fingering weight, but taller. So I've made them taller and wider. So we have llamas with the same inside as this is your inside. Then we have coffee with the coffee beans on the inside. And we have sloths with the same inside with the sloths on the inside. And then for the this is the only one, and it is the very last one of its kind ever to go in the shop, is the Disney movie poster bag. The retro Disney bags. This is the very last one ever to go in the shop, and it's a sweater sized. So, and it's navy blue polka dots. So, that's all I have. And all the sweater bags, there's only 1 of each. So, that whole pile. But, so that's it for shop news. It's all bags. I had a request to make more sweater bags, so I figured I might as well go ahead and do shawl because I didn't have any of those in the shop. So we'll see. Hope y'all like them. That's it for shop news.
Well, that didn't take long.
Nope. Now it's time for a newish segment that I've finally titled. It's called What's on the Mantle.
What do you have?
I have Rapunzel. It's a pop figure. I am on a mission. Okay, now that I'm an adult, what?
If we're going to keep up showing these, maybe we should title the segment, What's Poppin'?
No, because it's not always pops. I don't have as many as you do.
No.
So, as a child, I was not a very big, like, princessy person. I like to watch the movies, but I didn't want all the princess stuff. I am now 35 years old, and I want to collect all the pop princess figures. That's ridiculous. But it's me. So, I have Rapunzel, and her dress is, like, glittery and see-through, but it's the one where she's got her hair all braided up with the flowers and everything in it. And I love these things, but it's really creepy that none of them have mouths. Just saying. So, but that's what's on the mantle for me. What did you have on the mantle?
I have Chitara from the Thundercats.
The original series.
Yeah, from the original Thundercats series. She is the only one that I have found of the Thundercats. And I found her at a flea market in Vegas. So I used to love watching the Thundercats. And I think if it was still the original series, I would still love to watch it. But they remade it and it's kind of, I don't know, looks kind of dumb to me. But
He hasn't watched it yet, but it looks kind of dumb because it's not like the original.
Exactly. Just like the new DuckTales.
Still haven't watched them, but they look dumb, so he's not going to watch them.
Exactly.
Well, you are an adult now, and you don't want it to ruin a childhood favorite.
Exactly. So, that's what I have on the mantle.
So that's what's on the mantle. Now it's time for the tail end.
Yep.
Aww. So, you have anything to add to the tail end?
I do.
Yes.
I want to show these.
Because
This isn't a My Precious thing.
No.
This is a date night thing.
In like a couple hours from now.
Yeah, in like a few hours.
I'm so excited about this. Now, before we preface it, let me preface this with, he used to make fun of me for watching all the old musicals.
I did. I'm like, you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
Why are you watching movies that...
I love them.
were classics before we were even born.
Yeah. And then Singing in the Rain, he finally watched.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my goodness, this is the best thing in the world. And then you also like...
Anchors Away.
Yes, that one's a good one too.
What I find a little funny is I used to think Singing in the Rain, I thought the whole, where he's dancing in the street, singing in the rain, I, for some reason, thought that was Dick Van Dyke.
No.
It's definitely not Dick Van Dyke.
No, it's not. It's Gene Kelly.
Yeah.
I love Gene Kelly.
I did not know that. I always thought it was Dick Van Dyke for some reason.
And I wish I was able to meet him. But, alas, I was not old enough.
Yeah. And then Anchors Away is
Gene Kelly.
Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
And I love that movie.
There's a third one, but I can't remember his name.
Not in Anchors Away.
Yeah, because there was 3 girls, remember? 3 guys, 3 girls.
That wasn't Anchors Away.
No.
Anchors Away was just Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra. And then there was the one girl and the little kid.
Which one am I thinking? I'm thinking of another one, and they're in the Navy,
White
too.
Christmas, maybe?
No. White Christmas, they're not in the Navy. They're just...
Holiday Inn?
No.
Well, then I don't know.
Yeah. Holiday Inn's another good one.
Okay. Well, anyway, so what we have here is 2 tickets to go see Singing in the Rain by the Lubbock Moonlight Musicals.
It's an
And
amphitheater.
it's an outdoor amphitheater. I didn't realize it was outdoor at first, but we're going to take our folding chairs and
a keto meal and go have fun.
So
I'm excited.
We're going to get to go see this tonight, which should be fun.
Which we don't get to do this kind of stuff very often.
No.
We have a built-in babysitter, so that helps.
Yeah.
But
luckily, Monkey's old
are,
enough.
Yeah, the tickets are not that cheap. Like,
they're not that expensive either.
No, but for 2 people,
it's not like insanely expensive.
No, but we could go to all 4 of us to the theater.
I'm gonna wear jeans and maybe a polo. It's not like we're going to the theater.
No, which I still would like to go to the theater, anyways. He took me to see the Nutcracker at Christmas this last year, and it was great. I loved it. Mm-hmm. So, but that's all we have.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So go in, join our Ravelry group. Go into the thread and say, "Hey y'all," and to all those newcomers that have gone in and said, "Hey y'all, hey, how you doing?"
Hey y'all. And right here on the YouTubes, make sure to like and subscribe to our page. Hit the little notification bell so that way you find out whenever we put out a new episode. Mm-hmm. And like I said, hopefully this one will be up by Monday.
Yep. And I am always checking all the comments on YouTube and in Ravelry. I may not respond, but I am reading them. So be aware, I do get it. I just don't always respond because I don't know what to say all the time. I'm usually a pretty good talker, but when it comes to writing it down, I'm just like, I don't know how to put this. So I just...
So that's it. That's our episode.
Yep.
Read your Bible.
God is good. Bye y'all.